Now let's see first question. So here, first step is to understand the question. What is the question saying? Then we will have a clarity. Then we will able to solve the question logically. So by understanding question, we can draw figure if it is possible. If the question is saying that you can draw a figure, then we can draw by understanding the question. So a code we know. For example, so here a chord of a circle. We have drawn a circle. Now there is a chord. We already know. Like that is a chord. So is equal to radius. It is saying now carefully understand this statement. This sentence. It is saying measure of a chord is equal to measure of radius. Measure of radius. Okay. Radius of this circle. Of this circle. Circle is the same. Find the angle subtended by the chord. So here, one angle will be subtracted by this chord here, like that. Isn't it? Like that. This angle. We have to find this angle by the chord at a point of the minor arc. So this, and we can find this angle. As well as this is saying also find the subtended angle at a point on the measure arc. We can here this one we have to find a subtended angle which is present in this measure arc, in measure sector you can say. We have to find this, what is this and what is this. Even we can find this of, just look, I am naming each points, okay, like that. So here it is saying what measure of this side is that you can take any number 5. Then measure of this side would be 5. Measure of this side would be 5. So when it comes to when a circle has all three sides are equal to each other, then that circle will be considered as equilateral, isn't it? So here this is a triangle which is equilateral because reason is all sides of the triangle are equal to each other in order to measure. So that's why when it comes to equilateral triangle, we know that each interior angles of the triangle of the equilateral triangle will form 60 degree. Each 60. This is 60, this is 60, and this is 60. Clear? We have got measure of this degree, measure of this angle which is 60 degree. Now we are going to find measure of this degree. By theorem you can find measure of this degree. So I think theorem number 8 says that if measure of a subtended angle which is at the center is something, then half of that angle which is at center will be what? Angle will be angle of a triangle which is coming in major sector. So half this would be 30. Half this would be 30. We know that this is a 30. Then how to write in process? So here we know angle AOB is 60. 60. Okay. When you can say triangle OAB is what? Equilateral triangle, where in which okay you can write. So here this angle is forming 60 degree. So we can say ACB will form how much? 1 to AOB. Okay. So angle ACB 1 upon 2 multiple 60, it will be 30. So angle ACB is how much? 30 degree. So angle ACB is a 30 degree. Clear? So it came by theorem you can say. So already now this was a 30. Now it's a time to find this angle. So here we can see this is forming a quadrilateral, and we know opposite angles of a quadrilateral makes 180 degree. So here angle C plus angle D will form 180 degree, in which we know angle C is how much? 30. But angle D we don't know, and this is what we have to find. So here 180 degree as it, we will simplify it, then it will become 150. So meaning of this is what the measure of this angle is 150. We have found uh, answer of each equations that was saying in this equation. So measure of this angle, measure of this angle, measure of this angle. Okay, that's all. That's all. We have found this angle by equilateral triangle. I am going to write next equation. Next question is also easy. Now next question. I want to draw, okay, angle PQR is 100, where P, but here I would say diagram is given by equation. So I am writing equation to understand. So this is question, and the diagram is given by the question. We don't need to care about figure. So figure is like that. There is a circle. So where a PQR is of 100, where PQ are points on a circle. There are 3 points on a circle. We have to find the angle of PR. Okay. So already the figure is given. So first I am going to draw. Now, this is what is a figure of this station, and from this figure we will have clarity. What is saying? Now, read this question very carefully so that you can be able to classify to simplify it. So here PQR is making 100, where PQR, these are 3 points that are on this circle, exact on this circle, which are non-collinear points. So on a circle with the center O, okay, with the center O. So here you can see there are four angles, this, which is making a quadrilateral. Now we have to find angle POR. POR. It is very easy, isn't it? It is very easy. We know that angle Q plus angle O will fall 100 degree. This is 100. So if we don't know, then it will fall how much? 80 degree. 80 degree. How? We know that a quadrilateral has four angles, in which we have given a angle of a quadrilateral, which is interior angles. So opposite angles form a 100 degree. We have given a angle already, and just we simplified like that. So this is 80 degree. This is 80 degree. I think it will be 80 degree. Otherwise it will be 50 degree. It will be 50 degree. Now question was saying OPR, this angle, not this angle. OPR. If this is 80 degree, then it will be how much? It will be how much? 300, 280. No, I don't know. So here question is saying this P. We have to find this. We have to find this. Now here this is code. This is code. And this is code, and this subtracted angle which is forming a triangle is coming in segment, in minor segment. So to find this, not this, to find this, it will become how much? 2 multiple PQR will equal to angle POR. 2 multiple 100 will become 200. Will become 200, which means angle POR is how much? 200. Okay, angle POR is POR is 200, so this is 200. So angle POR, this, which is reflexive, okay, which is reflexive. Now what about this? So we know that to find a POR, which is what? This, I am talking about this, okay? This 360 minus 200 will give how much? 160 degree. So this is 160 degree, okay? This is 160 degree. Now Kishan was saying find this. Then how to find? We have given this. We don't know value of this. So it will form how much? Do you know? Now this is a triangle which is obtuse angle. Of course, this will be less than 90 and this will be less than 90. But how much? So this is what? Isosceles. This is isosceles triangle. Isosceles, which means obtuse angle triangle. So here hypotenuse will be what? Different. Measure of hypotenuse will be different. So measure of this and this will be equal to each other. So it is saying PO is equal to OR in order to side. Okay. So here this is equal, then this angle will also be equal. So can we say angle OPR is equal to angle ORP will be equal? So can we say OPR is equal to ORP and this POR, angle POR will form 180 degree. Sum of all interior angles of a triangle makes 180 degree. So we know that this 2 is equal to, so let's say this is x, and this is something else, 180 degree, okay? So it will be 2x POR. Hold on, this is 2x, this is a 2x, and this is 180. So here POR we know how much? 160. So it will be 180 minus 160. So it will be 20 upon 2. 2 tens are. X is a 10. It means this is a 10 and this is also 10. Okay, so angle, value of the angle QPO is OPR is how much? 10. So you can write OPR is a 10. This is answer. Now next question. Next question is we have to find the angle. This is a circle. Now figure of this question is given already. Now this is figure of this question. We have to find what? So here something is given. What is given? Angle ABC. So angle B is given, which is 69. Okay, angle ABC is given 69. Angle ACB is given 31. ACB, not DCB. So it is a 31. We can find this. So main question is what? BDC. We have to find this. So let's find this. Okay, angle. So A triangle A B C angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree. Will be equal to 180 degree. Okay, angle A is we don't know. It is unknown. It will be as it. Angle B is 69. So angle C is 31. Is forming 180 degree. So angle A 180 minus hold on 0 6 so 100. So angle A is 80 degree. So we have got this as a 80 degree. Now how to find that this is something? How to calculate what is the measure of this angle? How? Can you tell me? First thing, you are clear that DBC is how much? Angle DBC is 69 degree. Angle DBC is 69 degree. Okay, we don't know BDC and we have to find this. That is what we have to find. But we don't know exact is what? BCD. BCD is what? So how to find this exact? This plus this will form how much? Will form how much? Can you tell me? So 31. Here just have a look. it is saying that this will be also 80 degree because of two lines are where are on a line segment. So here BC is common. BC is common. BC is common. Okay. That's why this and this will be equal. So here angle BDC is equal to angle ABC because of BC is what line segment. This is a common line segment. That's why. That's all. That's how you will find. Next question. Next question is, I will draw a figure target. This is a figure, and this is what is a question. Question is saying find angle BAC. Now let's read what is the question say. In the given figure, ABC and R are 4 points on a circle. We can see there are 4 points on a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 points. Okay. AC and BD intersect. So AC and BD both are intersecting to each other. Where? Here. Which angle is forming 130. So this is the intersecting view of these two lines. Okay. Intersect at a point A. We have named it as A, such that angle BEC is forming 130, and angle ECD, where is ECB, is forming 20, and we have to find what BAC. So we have to find this. What is this? Okay, this is what we have to find. We don't have given this. Then how to find? Yeah, how to find? Okay, we can find. How? There is a twist. Now we can find this. So this is making 130. Here beauty is what? You look. Whatever I can do from myself, then I am doing. Okay. So here BD is a straight line. Already we know it's a straight line. Okay. So we can say angle of this, sum of this and this angle would make 180 degree. So can we say angle CAB plus angle DEC is forming 180 degree. Here we know this is 130. Yeah, 130. We don't know this. This is 180. It will give 50. So here it means this is 50. This is 50. Now we know this and this, we can find this. So we know what here sum of all interior angles of a triangle makes 180 degree. So angle D plus angle E, otherwise you can say this, and angle C, otherwise you can say in triangle what DAC. Okay, where angle D plus angle A plus angle C will form 180 degree. Will form 180 degree. Angle D is we don't know. We don't know. Angle is 50. Angle C is how much? 20. 20. Now angle D will give 180 minus 20, then 110. So meaning of this is 110. Now main question was that how much this. If this is 110, then this will become 110. As we saw in the previous question, because of reason is a basic common for this both the triangle. So basic is common. If angle D is 110, then angle A will become 110. 110 because of BC is a common line segment. Common line segment. There are more some reasons from which we can say this is equal to this is because of two triangles are lying in a on a same line, this which is BC. That's why. Clear? Did you understand? So this was the answer. Angle A will be 180 degree. How? 110 degree. How? You can see. Now we have some questions based on 10th standard. Do you know meaning of tangent, sector line in the context of a circle? This is what we are going to explore. Not a sector. No, something else apart from this. Now here, what is a tangent? What is a tangent? Tangent. Yeah. What is a tangent? Now meaning of a tangent is what? Meaning of a tangent is, carefully try to understand. Meaning of a tangent is a line which touch a or two points, which line touch this circumference of the circle, like that. So here this line is touching the surface of the circumference of the circle. So this line will be considered as a tangent. Okay. So work of a tangent is to touch the circumference of the circle. That's it. It is the meaning of a tangent line. This is also line segment, but name of this line segment is tangent. Now, question is from my side, how many tangents? There are 3 points. First, as you know, there are 3 parts, this part, and on a circle. Now, interior points. these interior points that are inside of the circle here, so this point will be considered as interior points of the circle. Points that are exterior, that are outside of the circle, will be considered as exterior points. Points that are on the circle will be considered as that points are on the circle. Okay. Now from here we are understanding that from a from a interior points of the circle, how much tangents can be formed? How much? Let's say this is a point which is inside this circle. Now, how much tangents can you form by this? Nothing. This is not tangent. It is something else, which is intersecting two points, which is intersecting the circumference. So this is also not chord. This is also not a diameter. Diameter is a line which does not intersect the circumference. Chord is a line which does not intersect the circumference. But here you are observing that this is also line which is not diameter, and it is not also chord. Then what is this line? So this line is considered something else. I think second. I don't know. I don't have a clear meaning. I think the second. Yes, second. Now, our focus was how much tangents can be formed by this interior points. Nothing. It has a zero tangents line. Now, okay. So interior points will not give any tangent lines. Now, what about exterior? There is one. Okay, there is one exterior points. Now from here you tell me how much tangent lines from exterior points can be formed. How much? You would say, let's draw like that. This is one. This is a tangent. How to define that this is a tangent line? Because a line which touch the circumference of the circle is what? It is not intersecting also, not completely. Just it is a touching. So it is a definition of tangent. Okay. So this is one from exterior point. Now next. I think this will be. This is the second. So how much can be formed? Only two. So remember, this is a universal truth that it is said that from exterior points there can be formed two tangents line can be formed from exterior points. Okay, only two. Let's say this is the C. Clear? How much? Two. So here you can say there are two points. Okay, there are 2 points. Now what about this? This is the center. From here you will understand theorem. Theorem number 1. Theorem based on tangent lines. Theorem number 1 says the tangent at any point of a circle is a perpendicular to the radius through the point of the contact. It is the same. Theorem number 1 is the same that this is a circle and a line which is coming from the center. This and it lies on this circumference at any point. Clear? At any point, and there is a tangent. Otherwise, you can say a line which is coming from the center is bisecting the tangent line. So here this will form 90 degree. You already are aware. This will form 90 degree. So it is this line is bisecting the tangent line. This is what theorem number is. Theorem number 1 was the same. Now something else what? Theorem number 1 also says that this is a radius, this is radius. So it says that this will make, when this is making, this is a perpendicular, this is also perpendicular. So of course it is a forming 90 degree. Of course it is a forming 90 degree. From here, it will form 90 degree. So it will also form 90 degree. Because of this is a perpendicular. So here we can say CD. Okay, let's say CD. CD. From here we can say OL. OL is perpendicular to CD. That's why OL is a bisecting line, which is a bisecting. So OLC is a 90 degree, OLD is a 90 degree, and CD is a straight line. So here sum of this angle will make 180 degree. 180 degree. Okay, because of the CD is a straight line. Now all we are clearly defining that OL is a perpendicular to CD. To CD. That's why this is making 90 degree. This is also making 90 degrees. We can see how much there are angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is making what, a quadrilateral. So sum of this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle will make. So you can say angle C plus angle L. Let's say this is M. L angle M and angle O will make a 360 degree. Will make how much? 360 degree. Because of it is a quadrilateral. So a quadrilateral has a 360 degree of all interior angles. Now, what else? Here it can be constructed. So we understood first theorem. First theorem is saying that a line which is coming from a center is intersecting is hitting the surface of the tangent line will form 90 degree, and both the parts will be equal to each other. Okay, both parts of a tangent will be equal to each other. Now here this is forming 90, this is also forming 90, and from here we understood quadrilateral. Now next theorem is saying, theorem number 1, theorem number 2. Theorem number 2 is saying the length of tangents drawn from an external point. Okay, this is external point, and the length of tangents. So from here, in a tangent line is drawn from here to a circle are equal. So it is saying. So a line is drawn from external point. This is external point. You can say this is external point. We are understanding theorem number 2. So here a line which is coming from external point is touching the surface of circumference, and there can, as we know, there can be two tangents from external points, this and this. And theorem is saying that measure of this will be equal to measure of this. So this will be equal to this. Okay, this theorem number 2 is saying of this circle. So measure of this side is 6, then measure of this side will be 6. Okay, 6. Because both sides are equal to each other. Okay. So what was saying? Theorem number 2. And already we know that what radius this radius is 4, then this will be 4, because both are radius, and we know that all radius of a circle are equal to each other. All radius from the distance from the center to any point on this circle will be equidistant. Okay. So here, so you can say MC is equal to LC. Now next theorem is the same. Here you can see this line, this from this center, from the external point is is ending at a center. So it is working as a bisecting. It is working as a bisector. So bisector. Okay, bisector. It is working as a bisector. So can we say that there will form two triangles, MCO and LOC. There are two triangles, one, two. And when we know that area of this triangle MCL, this is not a triangle. Okay, MCL is not a triangle. These two are triangles. These two are triangles. Now, when it comes to bisector, so of course this will be, if this is something, then let's say this is forming 46, then it will also form 46 because of resonance bisector. Okay, this is a bisector, this is bisecting lines, that's why. So here measure of this degree will be equal to measure of this degree, measure of this angle. Clear? Otherwise you can say measure of this angle will be equal to measure of this angle. Reason is that this is a bisector line, that's why. So we understood four theorems. Now we have questions based on this. We have understood this four theorems. We will do some questions as a practice. So question is saying, I want to write. This is what is question. Now this is question. Okay, we can draw a figure. What is it saying? First of all, we have to understand what is the question saying. So from a point P, okay, 10 centimeter away from the center, it means the point P is external point, which is away from the center, from this circle. Okay, so 10 centimeter is the distance from the center to the external point, which is a P. So here we can draw figure of this question, whatever is the question saying, So here P is the external point. This is external point, and it is coming from the center, and length of this is 10 centimeter. So from the center of a circle till the external point, it hasn't PT of a length, so it hasn't. There is a tangent. Okay. P already external point, so tangent is started from here. PT and it touches here. Okay. PT of length 8 centimeter. Now measure of this side is 8 centimeter. Clear? So here you can say PO is 10 centimeter, PT is 8 centimeter. Now what else? So it is radius. This is radius. So we can draw same this figure this side, which will be equal. Okay. This was easy because we now measure of this and measure of this. That's why we can like that. Now what is the question saying? What to find? So find till this sentence is clear. 8 centimeter is the length of tangent line. So find the radius of the circle. Find the radius of the circle. So we have to find this. So it is easy. You can see we have a triangle which is this PTO. PTO is a triangle. So PTO is what? Already we know is a triangle. So what is? So in this, in PTO triangle, you can write in triangle PTO, measure of a PO. Measure of a PO is a 10 centimeter. Measure of a PT. So measure of a PT is 8 centimeter. We don't know measure of a OT. We don't know, and that is what we have to find. So here we can use Pythagoras theorem because we have observed that it is possible to use Pythagoras theorem. We can find measure of this. So here I think this will be considered as a hypotenuse. This will be considered as hypotenuse. Okay, this is hypotenuse. Now, if this is hypotenuse, so this will be base, this will be perpendicular. So can we say 10 square, 8 square minus 40, isn't it? So 100 minus 80 will be what? So here direct I would say OT, to find OT, we will have to subtract 80 from 100. Okay, 80 from 100. So it will become 80. So this is how much? This is how much? This is how much? So we can say 80, 240, 220, 210, 257. So here 4 multiple 5. So 4 root 5. 4 root 5. So of course OT is how much? 4 root 5. Is it correct? This is radius. Radius is what? 4 root 5. 4 root 5. I did wrong. It will be 8 at the 64. 8 at the 64. That's why. So here 100 minus 64, 6 and this 9, 96. Now it is coming not 96. What happened to me? 36. And here this is a 36. It will become 6. It will become 6 after removing root. So radius is a 6. Radius is a 6. This is 6. So 8 at the 4. 8 at the 64. Now next question is so here a tangent. I will draw a figure. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 centimeter. So it is a circle. Okay, it is a circle, and radius is a 5 centimeter. Radius is a 5 centimeter. Clear? So this is O. This is considered O. Meets a line through this center O. So I will write the question direct so that you can understand. A tangent PQ This is question. First read this question, and I grant you we will able to solve this question with logical. So it hasn't PQ, okay? PQ is a line which is a tangent which will touch the circumference of the circle. PQ at a point of P of a circle of radius 5 centimeter, okay, meets a line through the center O at a point Q, so that OQ becomes 13 centimeter. OQ becomes 13 centimeter. Find the length of PQ. It is directly saying that okay, hold on. This is a P, not P. So here OQ will become 13 centimeter. So here meets a line through the center O. So I think it meets through the center at a point Q. So it will be, I think, 30 centimeter, and we have to find this. I think this is what equation is saying. So here again we can understand. It hasn't PQ. So here we will name it P. So of course this is not tangent. We can check OQ is not tangent. Rather QP is a tangent, and that is what this is saying. PQ is a tangent at a point P, yes, of a circle here. This is not. This is point of the circle, and the name of this point is a P, and radius from here to the to the center is 5 centimeter, and one line is coming which means through center, and from here to till here is 13 centimeter. We have to find the length of a PQ. So here we know that OQ is a hypotenuse. OQ is a hypotenuse. Now QP. So simple we will do. We will subtract this from this. That's it. So this 169. We are using Pythagoras theorem. You are already aware. So PQ. To find PQ, we will subtract OP from OQ. So 5 5s are 25. Then how much? 4 4 1. So 12 times 12. Yeah, this is a perfect square of 12. So PQ, it is a 12. It is a 12. That's how you will solve like that equations. Okay. So here again you can understand a tangent. PQ is a tangent. Okay. Where radius is a 5 centimeter, we have drawn radius. Okay, let's say we didn't draw a PQ. We have drawn a radius of 5 centimeter clear. Meets a line through a center. Now here there is a line which will meet at O, and this will go passing the center through the center at a point PQ. So it goes like that, and it meets here, clear, and from here to here OK is a 13 centimeter. Now it is clearly saying that PQ is a tangent. PQ is a tangent. If a PQ is a tangent, then OQ will become hypotenuse. Okay, OP is a base, where OP is a radius, and radius is a 5 centimeter. We have found this as a perpendicular. So PQ is a 12 centimeter. You can write OP is a 5 centimeter is a radius like that. So OQ is a 13 centimeter. So we don't know PQ. So we don't know, and we have applied Pythagoras theorem. That's how we got a value of measure of PQ. You can see. Now I am going to take next question. This was very easy. Just to be applied Pythagoras theorem. That's it. Next question is also something will be something will be similarities from this, but not all. Next question. Next question is saying now this is question and figure is given by the question. You don't need to think that how to draw diagram of this question. Diagram is already given. That's why you don't need to think about drawing a diagram of this question. So here there is a circle, there is a tangent. Now we have this diagram of this question, and what is the saying? I think we will be able to solve this methodologically. AB is a diameter, okay? AB is a diameter in which measure of AB is not given. So can we say that OA is a radius? Yes, OB is also radius. Where AB is a diameter, that's why. So we cannot say that BT is a radius. BT is a diameter, no. And even we also cannot say that BQ is a diameter, because BQ is a line segment, it will be considered as a chord, but it is not passing through the center. That's why we are not considering BQ as a diameter. So here, AT is a tangent. It is a tangent. Now we have a two triangle. No, only one triangle. ABT. 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 Okay, ABT. And what is the question saying? AB is the diameter of the circle with the center O. Okay, and AT. AT. Okay, so here we can say OQ is a radius. So here AT is a tangent. AT is a tangent. If angle AOQ, so AOQ is a given which is a 58 degrees. So we have to find what is the angle of ATQ. So ATQ, we have to find this. Okay. So here we have what ABT triangle, isn't it? So we now this is a 50, then of course this will be half. This will be half. And this is 90 degree. From theorem number 1, I think so. This is 90 degree because OA is a perpendicular to AT. That's why. When it comes to perpendicular, that's why this will form 90 degree angle. Now this is what? This is an angle which is making at center, and we can find this. I think from theorem number 3rd, even I think theorem number 8. Now if it is a 58, then this triangle is coming in major sector, and this triangle is coming in minor sector. So 58, it will become half. So okay, AOT is given which is 58. So here A, B, Q will be 1 by 2, 58. Okay, 58. So 2 to the 4, 2 9 80. Angle ABQ is a 29. Is a 29. 29. Okay. Okay, 29. So meaning of this is what? It is saying this is 29. This is 29. Now we have a measure of this angle, measure of this angle, and we can find measure of this angle. So there are three interior angles of a triangle which is making 180 degree angle. Okay, we have so a triangle and triangle what A B D. So here angle A plus angle B plus angle T will be 180 degree because of sum of property of angles, sum of all interior angles of triangles will make 180 degree. You are already aware. Now whatever is given we will substitute. So angle A is a given, not really, yes, it is a given. Angle B is a given, yes, this is what 29. But angle T is not given, so it will be as it 180. So 180 as it 90, 20, 110. So 190. So it will become how much? I think 1. No. 1. Yes. So 7. Then 60. 60, 70, 80. So angle T is a 61. Angle T is a 61. It means, what is the meaning of this? You have to understand meaning of answer. Answer that is a coming after applying something. So you have to understand meaning of answer. Then you will have a clarity. You will have understanding of answer and of a question. So meaning of this is measure of this is 61. So this is how much? 61. Now even you can check. Sum of this angle, this will be how much? Only 180 degree. If yes, this is 180 degree, then we can say our answer is correct. So this is how we can check. Okay, we can check. So finally we have found this answer of this question. That's all. You can see how can you find. Just have a look. Just have a look. I have one more question, and we have to prove. Let's prove together. From this proof, we will get some ideas. First of all, I am writing. So completely, I am showing a figure. This is figure. We have a triangle, and in triangle, a triangle has a circle. Okay, this A, B, C, P, Q, R, P, Q, R. So here, this is circle, and circle is inside of a triangle. Triangle is ABC, and circle is what? Here we have three points on a circumference of the circle, which are R, P, Q. Yeah, you already know. So here, BC is a tangent line because this is touching this P point. AC is also tangent for the circle. AB is also tangent, you already know. And ABC is forming a triangle, isn't it? So we have to prove that we have to prove this. We have to prove this. This to this, this to this. We have to prove two things. Here we are understanding. In the given figure, this is already given. Circle which is inside of triangle ABC touches the sides. So here these sides touches this triangle, touches the circle. So BC is a tangent which is touching the circle. CA, so CA is a tangent line which is touching the circle at a Q point. Now AB, so AB is also a tangent, you already know. QR respectively, prove that. So we have to prove this. Whatever is the question, whatever question is saying, we have drawn a figure of that question. Now let's prove. Let's prove. Whatever is given, you can write first of all. Okay, whatever is given, you can write. So here you already know. You can this is the center. You can construct. You can draw a radius. Okay. A radius. Can we say that OP is a perpendicular to BC. Okay. OP is whatever is given by equation, we are writing. Okay. So OP is a perpendicular to BC. So if OP is a perpendicular to BC, so of course measure of BP will be equal to measure of BC. So we can write BP will be equal to BC, because of reason is that OP is a perpendicular to BC. Now when it comes to perpendicular, then of course we can say this is forming 90 degree. This is forming 90 degree. Okay, this is forming 90 degree. So here angle P is equal to, so here angle BPO is equal to angle OPC is equal to 90. Okay, is equal to 90. Now what else? Now next AC. So here OQ is a perpendicular to AC. So OQ is a perpendicular to AC. So AC, okay, in which now QC, measure of QC will be equal to AQ. So we can say QC is equal to AQ. And in the case of angle, then of course OQC will be equal to angle OQA. Angle OQA will form 90 degree angle. Now clear? This is one, this is second. Third is what? We have three sides. Third, it's a turn of this. Now OR is a perpendicular to OR is a perpendicular to AB. OR is a perpendicular to AB, in which BR is equal to AR. So measure of this side is equal to measure of this side, because of OR is bisecting the AB. Now from here we can see what this is one equation. You can take it as a one equation, it as a second equation, it as a third equation. Okay, for example BP plus QC plus BR. Now this side in one side and this side in another side. So PC plus AQ plus AR. Now we have proved this. You can see. We can decorate it like that of AR. So AQ. Where is AQ? Here. So it is starting AQ. This is AQ. BR. So where is BR? This is BR. So it is saying that AQ, when it comes to R, B, P, then here BR is equal to BR plus BP. BR plus, so AQ is where? AQ plus BR this plus CP this, okay, and AR this. So AR this. What it's saying? This and this and this. This and this and this. Opposite, just opposite. For example, BR plus AQ plus PC. And this. BP plus QC plus AR. Okay. Here can we say this plus will be this plus will be this plus will be this. Now sum of this will give perimeter. Okay, will give perimeter. From here can we say BP AQ plus BR plus PC, how much? Here you can see we can write it as a AR plus BR plus BP plus PC plus QC plus AQ, in which we can substitute this is equal to this. So can we write that AR plus QC BP. We will remove this and we will substitute this. So it will become 2 times 2 BR 2 PC 2 AQ, where 2 is a common. So like that, BR plus PC plus AQ. So here 2, when 2 will come in this side, then it will become how much? 1/2. It will become how much? 1/2. So of course we can write AQ plus BR plus PC. When it will come, this side will become half and this as it. PC plus AQ. Clear? Okay. So we have proved this and this also. Got it? From this, that's all. We will do some more questions based on this that we didn't do. We will be doing